Welcome everyone, this is Kerjims channel. Now we are back to our new episodes of Chou, Semi-Random Champions and Comparison, featured by Wild League of Legends versus the Mobile Legend Bang Bang. But before that, please like and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so you will be notified to our new next episode video. Let's do this!
Lee Sin is a melee fighter. He rushes around battles, dealing consistent damage with his attacks and abilities. Alternatively, he can dash in and out of combat, dealing damage in short bursts before retreating. Lee Sin uses energy to fuel his abilities, meaning he's limited more by cooldowns and maximum energy than by regeneration. His three non-ultimate abilities are actually two skills in one. After using each skill, the secondary version is available for a few seconds. Sonic Wave / Resonating Strike sends out a skill shot nuke. If it hits an enemy, Lee Sin may dash to that target, damaging it and dealing extra damage based on the target's missing health. With Safeguard / Iron Will, Lee Sin rushes to target allied minion or champion, shielding it and himself when he arrives. You may also self-cast the ability to receive the shield without dashing. Afterwards, Lee Sin may cast Iron Will, which temporarily gives him increased lifesteal, spell vamp, and armor. Tempest / Cripple damages nearby enemies and reveals them for a few seconds. Lee Sin may then cast Cripple, slowing the movement and attack speed of nearby targets hit by Tempest. This blow gradually dies out over expiration. Lee Sin's ultimate is Dragon's Rage. Target enemy champion is damaged and knocked back. Enemies struck by the rebounding champion also take damage and are knocked into the air. Lee Sin's passive is Flurry. Following every ability cast, Lee Sin's next two basic attacks are faster and refund 10 energy each. This buff does not stack upon itself, so spacing out your abilities will maximize your gains. Taking Sonic Wave at level 1, I'm able to easily harass Fiddlestick. Whenever I get the chance, I force him back away from the minions, denying experience. Using Safeguard, I move to a position where I can land another Sonic Wave. Once he burns Terrify, I know I can dive for the kill with his Zod. The turret kills me, but it was worth it, because I said so in chat. This harassment gets even easier once you learn Tempest / Cripple. I wait patiently, killing minions. Once I see Fiddlestick move too close to escape, I know I can rush in for the kill. Sonic Wave to Resonating Strike plus a quick Tempest puts me at 2-1. One of the best advantages that Lee Sin has with Iron Will and Wriggle's Lantern is lifesteal. Here I recklessly dive Fiddlesticks under his turret, knowing full well that I can't kill him. I simply disengage and regenerate my health on minions, ready to fight again. Soon, I'm able to spring a trap from the brush, killing Fiddlesticks. I find the team fight in progress. Landing Sonic Wave / Resonating Strike, I deal as much damage as I can to Katarina, while slowing her with Tempest / Cripple. As she escapes, I use Dragon's Rage on Lee Sin to knock Katarina into the air. I would have picked up the kill with Tempest, but Heimerdinger grabs the kill with his rockets. Once a Mumu initiates, I jump onto Fiddlestick quickly with Sonic Wave / Resonating Strike, and noticing that I've pulled tower aggro, I run away with the shield from Safeguard. Always remember that Safeguard lets you escape to a nearby teammate. Here the enemy Lee Sin tries to hook me back into his team with Dragon's Rage. Right as he starts casting it, I dash in front of him with Safeguard, causing him to push me to safety instead. Safeguard may also be cast as an initiation move. Here we catch Warwick off to the side. I Safeguard to the nearest minions, cast Exhaust, and chase him down with Tempest / Cripple. I last hit with Dragon's Rage, just in case he starts channeling infinite duress at one of us. Some may say that this was a kill steal, but for Lee Sin the Blind Monk, every kill is to take. A team fight erupts in the enemy base. I make a point to pick away Katarina with Dragon's Rage, immediately chasing her and the enemy Lee Sin. I follow my team back in for Alistair, but as soon as I see myself low, I immediately try to Safeguard out of the battle. I then chase down Alistair using Tempest / Cripple to slow him. He gets one headbutt off before running out of mana due to Wit's End. Because he flashes away, I chase his ghost. with his mana still too low to react and pick up the kill with his off. Immediately after this, I get attacked, but Tempest/Triple ensures I chase down the enemy Lee Sin. While I play Lee Sin in lane, he can also jungle. In the background, I'll show his jungle route to level 5, while detailing his laning and jungling build. While laning, I take armor penetration marks, armor per level shield, magic resist per level glyph, and flat health regeneration quintessences. In the jungle, I trade my shields for flat armor and my quintessences for more armor penetration. My laning masteries are 22-6-2, taking almost everything but critical damage and offense, plus resistances and defense, and improving my exhaust and ghost summoner spells. In the jungle, I take similar 21-09 masteries, replacing exhaust for smite and ensuring I reach 9 points of utility for increased buff duration. My laning skill order maxes out Sonic Wave as soon as possible, taking an early point of Tempest at level 3, but otherwise maxing Safeguard. In the jungle, I swap the order, maxing Tempest first with a point of Sonic Wave at 4. When jungling, I start with just a Vampiric Scepter, taking a cloth armor when I first go back to base. Otherwise, follow the laning build as follows. Start with cloth armor and health potions. I grab Gorgo's Lantern, Mercury Treads, and Wit's End early on. Frozen Mallet, Yomu's Ghost Blade, and Guardian Angel add to my durability and damage, rounding out my items.
Sonic Wave is the only real skill shot that you have in your kit, but if you miss this ability, it very often is the make or break moment in any duel, skirmish, or gank attack. So how can we best maximize our chances of landing our Sonic Waves and being a more impactful Lee Sin player? Well, in order to really answer this question, we have to consider one extremely important factor when it comes to any skill shot in League of Legends. It's easier to land abilities when your target is running parallel to you than it is to land on enemies running perpendicularly, if that's even a word. For example, when you run in for a gank coming through river, more often than not, the enemy will begin retreating toward their towers. And if you try to land your Sonic Wave, it can be very easily stutter step, sidestep, or dodge through some sort of movement ability. By first repositioning on top of the enemy laner, it allows you to not only apply your Tempest and Cripple for a slow. Now with that being said, there will definitely be situations where you can't do this. You see, when a player is forced to dodge a skill shot, their tendencies are almost always the same when coming from a perpendicular angle. And that is the backstep. The backstep in League of Legends is when a player attempts to break their path of movement and step back towards danger in order to dodge the incoming skill shot before recontinuing their path towards safety. The lower amount of time a player has to think about the incoming skill shot, the more likely they are to instinctively go for the backstep. Understanding this tendency, you can very easily predict it. Instead of leading your Sonic Wave to where you think their character model will be, throw your skill shot ever so slightly behind them when they are running in this perpendicular pattern, and watch them backstep right into your team. Now in lower elos like Bronze and even Silver, this backstep might not be as prevalent since players don't have the reaction time to even dodge, so do be warned if you are in low elos that this might not work, but gold players and onward, this tendency becomes more prevalent. This leads me into the next mechanical outplay that you can start slowly working into your mechanical arsenal as a Lee Sin player, and that is predicting movement abilities, including enemy flashes. When it comes down to it, a large amount of champions in League of Legends have abilities in their kit that give them a quick dash, leap, or port, allowing them to easily dodge any incoming skill shots. However, knowing other champions' abilities means you can anticipate this and make that super satisfying prediction outplay with your Sonic Wave. Remember when I said that the lower amount of time an enemy has to think about the incoming skill shot, the more likely they are to go for an autopiloted response to the skill shot? Well, the same rule applies for predicting movement abilities. So how can we bait out these skills and predict them? There are two different ways you can do it: by ward hopping, by flashing, or both, preemptively before throwing out your Sonic Wave. When you put this fast-paced pressure on the enemy, they have little time to consider other dodging options and will default to their instinct, which is to use their movement spell. Alright guys, so for part 2 of today's video, it is a mechanical and combo guide, so I actually do want to jump into some actual combos that you guys can start implementing into your game if you're trying to take your Lee Sin to the next level. The first combo that I do want to get into is a combo that I've termed the drive-by insect. It's definitely not a new mechanic, but it's not the most common mechanic that you've probably seen on Lee Sin. And basically what the combo is it's a
it plays around the ward hop cancel mechanic that Lee Sin has. You may or may not know about this. So basically, when you throw your Sonic Wave onto a target, what you can do is you can cancel your ward hop and kick mid-air, and it's super clean, it looks super clean, it's really hard to react to, and it's style points at the very least, so you'll feel really good when you pull it off in game, but it actually does have a practical use, because it's super hard to react to it. If you're like, it's gonna be really difficult for the AD carry to react to that movement and that insect. So that is the first combo that I did want to show you guys. Now on top of the drive-by insect, this mechanic can be used in other ways as well. Like as I mentioned, you can use your ultimate and your flash when you're midair after you. So what you can do though is you can actually kick flash instantly before getting to the target. So when you normally go for a kick flash, and all around, if you're ever in a situation where you're like, I really need to make sure this insect goes off properly, that's when I would use it. But it's not as important. It's not a combo that I use as frequently as the drive-by, because typically I'll just go for like a regular kick flash. And so I'm being chased down river, and I'm low health, and it's somebody that I know I can one-shot. And if I don't make a decision now, I could die. Now, if you're in a situation where you're being chased and you don't have flash, this combo can still be used, though I would recommend you use the Q flash or Q if flash is available. This combo, in my opinion, is best used when you have the element of surprise, because it is a little bit slower of a combo, so therefore you don't want to use it if you don't have the element of surprise, because you might actually still miss your Q and screw things up. So let's say I have a pink ward in this brush and I'm going for a pick and I see someone walking. You have complete surprise, but you need a little bit of extra damage in order to get the full 100 to 0 combo and assassinate them. So if you have the element of surprise once again, or if you're just duel in the jungle with the enemy jungler, the best, highest damage output you can do in the shortest amount of time is to use it in situations where you're literally in a close quarter battle with somebody with no gap close, and it's a duel, it's a 1v1, whatever. The fourth and final extermination combo in Lee Sin's kit is the most complex combo, I think, but also my favorite combo. It's the in and out insect. And this is the combo that I use when I want to go for a pick on an enemy that is standing right in front of me. They may see me, they may not see me, doesn't really matter, but I know that I have to get in and get out. Hence why I call it in and out insect, because I don't want to die in the process of going for this pick. I'll hit him with the 2 ward hop, kick flash, and return to safety. It's a great way to pick off the enemy, and a great way to look cool. The first thing that I want to go over is the fact that you can actually get an auto attack off after using your ultimate on a target, assuming that you're standing in auto attack range when you use your ult. So for example, if you go to ult a target and it just barely doesn't kill them, don't worry, you can actually get an extra auto attack off mid-air if you use your auto attack command.
Shut down. Enemy turret destroyed.